I've wanted to make this video for ages, so Hi, my name's Eva. I make videos all about sustainable, low-waste living, veganism and minimalism. And today I'm going to talk you through my own personal fashion revolution. So this goes all the way back to when I was 17, I should think, which is when I kind of had a bit more disposable income. So essentially when I was 17, I dropped out of school. I'm now 24. And I went to work. So I got a job as an apprentice accountant. So I was doing my AAT exams and I was earning a pretty good wage for an apprentice. And I had nothing to spend my money on. I should have saved it. I should have saved up, but I didn't. I spent it all. So I spent it on running my car, and I spent it on alcohol and clothes and bags and shoes. So I bought my first Mulberry handbag when I was 17 and it cost me the grand total of £350 on sale. Wonderful. It was calf skin leather, as you can imagine. I loved it at the time. I don't have it anymore. I sold it years ago for a fraction of that price, sadly, but that's what happens. Yeah, I like the big labels. And then as I turned 18, I started to go out partying, and I was single at the time, so I wanted to impress the opposite sex, as I am heterosexual, and so I got really into clothes, and I would spend probably about a quarter to maybe 40% of my monthly income on clothes. I remember one Black Friday, me and one of my best friends, after work, we went into town and we scoured the shops, and then we're like, there's not enough stuff here. So we drove all the way to Stratford at 8 o'clock at night on a Friday night on Black Friday, and I spent like £300 on clothes, not even shoes, just clothes, £300. And it was just insane, and I barely wore half those things, let's be honest. I think I wore them a few times and then I didn't really after that. And I had an obsession with shoes as well. So I used to go to outlet stores and go around Reese and June and Caramillan and Ted Baker and buy shoes. Buy high heels. And I loved wearing heels. I'd wear them to work every day. I was a real stiletto girl. And I think when I started to go vegan, I had about 40 pairs of high heels. And when I started to go vegan when I was 19, I got very angry very quickly with the world and how things were done, so I got rid of everything. I got rid of any leather. All my shoes were just, anything that had any animal skin on was out. So I met my boyfriend when I was 18 and we started dating, and a year later I had gained 20 kilos for a variety of a variety of reasons, and I didn't fit in anything. So essentially what I did is I just started from scratch, and that is when I kind of found minimalism. I knew that I wanted to lose weight, and that's part of the reason why I then went vegan. I bought clothes just to keep me going, and I tried different styles. I tried to experiment. I tried sort of oranges and browns for a while to see if that suited me, and then I kind of got more and more into monochromatic looks. So then towards the end of my weight loss, I kind of finished losing weight in about 2018. So 2 years ago I got down to like my goal weight of 63 kilos. I got there and I was back, a little bit thinner than I was when I was 18, but I was much stronger because of my workout routine and stuff. And I decided to start my YouTube channel. And so I tried to do 365 days with 30 items of clothing for sleep, for workout, for occasion wear, for coats, everything apart from underwear. So that is what I tried to do, and I chose black and white, and I think I lasted like 4 or 5 months before I realised that I hate wearing black and white. So that was really, when I did that challenge, that was a massive turning point for me, because it made me realise that I want to be more minimal, but I also discovered my style, and I like expressing myself through clothes, and that's okay. And that's when I started buying a lot more sustainable fashion. So I already had a few sustainable bits, just like tops and stuff like that. I didn't really have that many sustainable items. So it was when I started to build on that, when that came about and I didn't do so well, is when I started to really get into sustainable fashion. So a couple of years ago. And I started to buy a bit more because I realised that black and white wasn't my thing and I wanted to express myself. And I'd gone back to school at this point, so I was on a budget. So it was a very slow transition, and it's only really now that I'm very happy with my wardrobe as it is now, very, very happy. The first kind of really awesome sustainable brand that I found was Lucignac. Funnily enough, I'm wearing their jumper today, which I got for Christmas. So I found Lucignac and I bought my first pair of dungarees just over 2 years ago, and I fell in love with them. It was the most experimentative thing I'd ever done. Buying a pair of dungarees that like stands out, makes you look different. It felt like me deep down, but I didn't think that that was what I was going to be like. I like people to, when they look at me, they kind of get an idea of who I am, and I want that to align with who I think I am. So I found Lucignac and I absolutely fell in love with dungarees, and I just kind of went on this whirlwind of thinking, wow, if I can pull these dungarees off, I get compliments for these dungarees, I get compliments for looking, you know, not the same as everyone else. I can get away with anything. So I essentially just went on a self-discovery journey and found all the clothes I want to wear and slowly integrated them into my life, which was really, really great, and I've really enjoyed that journey so far. Ooh. So then as time went on, I had to replace some bigger pieces in my wardrobe, things like shoes. I switched to barefoot shoes, and I've been slowly transitioning to barefoot shoes for the last couple of years, and now I'm completely transitioned. I own no shoes that are not barefoot shoes. Moved completely away from high heels, and I like being lower down. I like feeling my feet, and if I ever had to squish my feet in a pair of heels now, I think I would cry. It would hurt so much. Yeah, last year or so, I've really started to up my sustainable fashion game since moving out. I've narrowed it down and thought, okay, for the next 5 years, what am I going to be doing? Every day, I'm going to go to uni, I'm going to do my work, I will have to go on field trips, so I'm going to need some technical wear. I exercise quite a lot. I need really good waterproofs for when I was commuting on my bike, etc, etc. So I've gained quite a lot of active wear. And then in terms of my actual normal clothes, what I've changed most recently is just where I get it from, the materials, where it's made, who makes it. I really like small businesses, and I do so much research before I buy from anyone. So one of my favourite brands at the moment is actually Linen Fox. They make essentially custom made linen clothes. So you say, I want that dress, I want it in this colour, I want it in this size, and they will make it to order for you. And they're a lot more pricey, and earlier this year I got myself a job and I saved up, and I managed to afford to buy myself 2 dresses from them, which were pretty expensive. I'm not even gonna lie to you, they cost like £120 for 2 dresses, but I kept buying secondhand dresses, hoping to find the perfect dress that I'll be happy with, and I kept buying secondhand, and then I'll declutter them, and then I bought secondhand, then I'll declutter them, and being able to pick exactly what you want, and you know that it's high quality, you know that you're paying for the quality, it's a quality material. I mean, this linen is thick, it's good, it's really good linen, and it's just made absolutely beautifully. I just know that my clothes are gonna last, and I know that it was worth that investment. I know a lot of people can't afford that. I'm very privileged to be able to afford that right now, but I'm very into budgeting, so that's how I managed to get around it while still being a student. But yeah, so then for my birthday, I decided that I just loved Linen Fox so much, and I loved having custom clothes that I got a few more pieces. Well, I got one other piece, and it's these beautiful, I'll insert a picture, these beautiful baby pink flared linen trousers, and they are gorgeous, and they're from Red Rouge Rooks. Again, I'll leave links to the companies that I mentioned down below if you're looking for anything. And they again were pretty pricey. I got them from my parents, which was really sweet of them. But they are probably the most out there item of clothing in my wardrobe to date. And here I am 2 years after buying my first pair of dungarees, being terrified that dungarees wouldn't suit me and I wouldn't be able to pull them off and I would look so stupid. And yeah, I live in dungarees, and you know, they're just the most basic thing in my wardrobe now, and I have these super wide leg flared pink pants. But I kind of guess that's just kind of how I've evolved. I've become a lot more confident in myself and the style that I'm looking for. Not caring has been the most liberating thing that has ever happened to me. Realizing that I don't need to follow trends, I don't need to dress like everyone else, I don't need to buy known brands, I don't need to be found attractive by anyone else other than myself. I just need to love and express myself, and I do that through a pink colourful wardrobe with lots of flares and frills and girly details, and I really enjoy that. Finding my true style and what really aligns with me is wonderful, and finding the purpose of my clothes. My clothes are to make me happy and carry me to uni every day, and it's easy for us to believe that people notice if we rewear our clothes, but in reality no one's really paying attention. No one actually cares. I never noticed if anyone wore the same things twice. If you don't notice, no one else can, and if you do notice, then well, just don't care. Like, who cares really? There's so much more to life than, you know, outfit repeating, and I think outfit repeating is pretty darn cool. So that is essentially how I went from being a massive fast fashion consumer, spending thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds every single year on clothes, to being kind of like a sustainable minimalist, I would say, or as Shelby puts it, an eco-minimalist, and supporting brands that really resonate with me and that I really care about and that I want to put my money towards. And who knows, maybe I will do a minimalist challenge sometime, only wear my pink clothes for a week or something. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's really long, I'm really sorry. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Comment down below if you want to see only pink for 1 week. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.